So tell me, how much does it cost, for example, to get a mortgage for the same size apartment? How much would that be?
Okay, so listen, I'm not familiar with what a mortgage is in
Mhm.
terms of North America. So when you say a mortgage, you mean to pay
A
it?
mortgage? No, I mean it's yeah, the financing from the bank for you to
Okay,
own the place. Yes.
I think you have to have 20% of
Okay.
the final product, final
Okay.
price.
So here it's 10%. So 10
Ah,
if you have a good credit, and
okay.
then if you kind of borderline, financing companies, the banks, they may ask you for 15.
Yeah, I think it's here is the same.
Okay.
10, 10, 20. Um, and actually, that's my next move.
Hmm.
My next move is this. And the thing is, it's like if you wanna live in the expensive, good neighborhood
Hmm.
where I live, it's the most expensive in the city.
Hmm.
It's gonna cost you for 150 meter more or less, plus three bedrooms.
Hmm.
You are around minimum of 2,300 euros per month in
Okay.
this type of neighborhood. And Lisbon is hot. Lisbon, like when I moved here, I could have the same type of place for 1,003, 1,002.
Hmm.
But with the number of Americans that are running away from America, the number of migrants that we are
Yeah.
having coming here from everywhere,
Canadians and all that. Yeah.
Canadians, Americans, Brazilians,
Yeah.
Russians, Ukrainians, Germans, UK. But
Hmm.
UK, they go more in the south. But listen, this is really the city where there's a lot of digital nomads that want to come here. There's
Right.
there's a lot of influx of people, which is great for the economy. But at the same time, there's I think
It's
interestingly, Lisbon just became hot out of nowhere. It's like when you do music,
hmm.
you're gonna do a bunch of songs, and people are gonna love your music, but your numbers are gonna be steady for years, just
Right.
like me. Years of listen. You're making your good money. You're making 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 every month. It's all good. You're good. You can pay your rent. You can live comfortably. You know that at the end of the month, you spend 3,000. You only have 1,000 left. Boom. 2 days later, bam, you have another four, and you go from there. And one day you wake up, something happened on TikTok, and
Hmm.
your revenue doubles, and then doubles again in
Hmm.
like 6 months out of nowhere, and then it stabilized all of a sudden at 10K a month, just because of the snowball effect.
Right.
And then it stays there, and now you have a lot of new fans that came for that one song. And because you've been working with discipline for years and years and years, now
Hmm.
all your catalog is going up, because all these people, after
Yeah.
listening to the same song 20 times, they're like, what else does he have? And boom, they
Right.
start listening to everything else. So and that's how you get gratified from all the hard work you did for some time, 20 years.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that's why I always say that the secret to success is a good idea, execution, and then discipline, consistency.
Good. Good
And
idea. Execution. Discipline. Consistency. Yeah. Okay.
consistency, I would put discipline with consistency,
Hmm.
and then a sprinkle of luck. And that sprinkle of luck is like sometimes it can take 10 years. And all of
Right.
a sudden, instead of having that one hit and asking yourself, what else am I going to do now?
Hmm.
Because you don't know what to do. If you already have like hundreds of songs that are there, you see your whole catalog just go up. And you,
Right.
like right now, I went from making 200,000 stream per week
Hmm.
to making 1,200,000 stream per week, which
Five
is
times more. Whoa.
this we're talking about serious money now. And now my goal is to, if I make 2 million stream a week, I'm good, because now I can even look at some rents and be like, yeah, that's 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, I can pay 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months of rent, and it opens it unlocks new possibilities, new dreams. And now you can go to the bank and say, look, I put all this on the side. You know how much I've been making consistently for the last X. There you go. I want this place. It costs like so an apartment of the type that I'm looking for in the neighborhood is like 800,000, 900,000. So you need at least 100K minimum or more to go and do a down payment for a mortgage. Now, Lisbon is the same thing. For 10 years, it was an amazing place where we discovered the gem in 2003. But at that time, we were not even in investment mode, when everything was in ruin, and that you could buy stuff for apartments for 400K and just, arrive there. When I arrived here, I remember I had 100K on my bank account, and that it was just to arrive and then
settle.
Just spent it slowly without. And as I was turning from a performer into more a catalog owner, there was that moment where there's a moment where it crosses and you have to believe in what you're doing, but the money is not coming in anymore. I had that cash that was just there and easy. But imagine if I came to a bank here and said, listen, this place is worth 400K, 200 meters square. At that time, you could get that for 400K, maybe 300, because the country was in ruins. The economy, it was in shambles. You could arrive and say, listen, I have like 60K. And then, by now I would be done paying.
Yes, it'll be, because there is no really set time when it comes to home buying. I always say there is no perfect time. It's only when you are ready.
Yeah.
It's
So
when you're ready.
there's a problem. There's this thing with markets where the problem with markets is just like stock options, cryptos, and etc. You're always scared to buy when it's high, and you have this feeling that the market will go down.
Right.
And sometimes you're scared to sell when you double your money. You're scared to sell, and then it goes down.
Right.
And the problem with me right now with buying a property in Lisbon is that Lisbon is hot right now. Right. And I have a feeling that this city, same as Paris, same as real estate in general around the world, I feel like this is a massive bubble.
Right.
With prices that makes no sense. The prices of the places here are because of the amount of people who are just buying everything, and because it used to be cheap for them. Especially if you come from California, where a house is $1 million minimum. You arrive here, you can get a place for 400K. So they all bought places. And now the places just got inflated to a point where it almost makes no sense. And you're gonna arrive to this thing where if now you put 900K in a place, and then the bubble bursts, your 900K will go back to a 500K value, and now you really lose money. And that's why the money I save, I'd rather for now I put it, and I've been putting it in stock, dividend stocks that generate 5% and that are very, very steady, not risky. And same thing with crypto. I put them in crypto that are not going up and down like crazy. They just steady and they stay there. And in case we have a bull run in crypto, I just double, triple, whatever, quadruple my money, sell. But when it comes to real estate, I'm like, and every time I talk to real estate agent, they tell me, I don't know if it's a good idea to sell right now or to buy something right now, unless you really have a lot of money and you don't care. If you have 5 million to spend, you can't. But in a way, aren't you like buying something? I mean, you buy something for you, of course. You're not buying it for the market value. But sometimes you feel like, okay, wait, let me see 2024, because even the rents.
Right.
When I arrived here, people were saying that my rent of $1,000 per month, people were saying that it was super expensive. And that was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And now, yeah, my same place would probably rent for $2,000 now.
Wow.
So the prices just got inflated because they didn't build enough buildings. So now they are in this position where to build new buildings, let's say you want to build like 10, 20 new neighborhoods to satisfy the demand in the market, right? It's going to take 2-3 years to build them. In the meantime,
the houses in Lisbon, are they built all with bricks or a mix?
I think it's brick and metal frame.
Metal frame.
They're very good in construction. They listen. Buildings are popping up everywhere, especially on the other side of the bridge. There's a lot of things. My thing for me is I just put my daughter in a great international school, private school, and it's not far from the house. So I don't want to leave the neighborhood. Like now I have another good reason to not leave that area. So, but at the same time, yeah, you want to buy, you might want to wait, because I believe that 2024, especially with all these quantitative easing that the US are doing, all these dollars they're printing, the EU, all the money they're spending, like if you have a credit crunch, goodbye housing market. And that's when, if you like me, you are cynical, you like, because another problem is that a lot of people from outside are buying apartments in Portugal to turn them into Airbnb, because tourism is booming
Right.
now. If the world economy, if the US economy crashes for whatever reason, it's 12 banks already, right?
Yeah.
If the US economy crashes, you end up with a credit crunch here in Europe, and all the people who have properties that are on variable rates
Wow.
in their credits. And nobody learned from 2008, because apparently 85% of the Portuguese people, they have variable credit rates on their houses.
Wow.
Whatever they pay per month will double, and a lot of people will be forced to sell, and the market will crash. Now that's when I'll be like, hey, hello, hello, we back in 2007. I'm ready now.
Yeah. Yeah.